What's the password? Nah, that ain't it.
Hey, groovy guys and gals, we're at the Nerdy Model Club convention. We've got raffles, we've got contests for builds, and we got vendors. So we are gonna check this out.
It's a toy car case event at Johnny Roman's Supper Club. Special edition! Come with me! Spring has sprung and we are heading out to the garage sales, flea markets, and toy shows! Those are where the greatest treasures are found! You never know what you're gonna find! Somebody stop me!
Oh, we got fine scale modeler here taking pictures. We got a photo booth set up here. They're going to bring over some of the contest entries and take pictures for the magazine. So cool. So, are you ready to take a look at all the entries for the model contest? Let's do this. Look at this.
Over 400. There's probably another 100 that have sold. Before you got the highest out. Well, I started like that. Solution, right? We put some order ones together back in the things together. So I was building in 1967. I met 70 years doing it.
Every guy did, because they were everywhere, at gas stations, grocery stores, whatever. You could get them for 59 cents. And I was introduced to it in the Voice Club. I probably never for this. 100% any of them, but common characteristics. Collectors, everybody has ADD. Well, a very high percentage. The shelf is due, whatever. And yeah, in high school, I still got something like that. Now, all I really did was build stats. Over the years, and now I'm trying to actually do some of the things.
Well, I used to build for contests. Then I got the job at Feinstein. And I learned to build that government. So, and the review models, we couldn't dress them up. We had to build just what was in the box. So you do the best you can with that. So I've now tried to over detail something just to win a prize. Because I probably won't get a prize anyway. Somebody else will be taking 2 years on a model and beating shit out of it. So I just don't build for contests. So then I got onto the focus of doing the entire history of U.S. military aviation. And 77 scale is the only scale you can do that. So I'm getting there. I've got 400 plus built, and there's probably another couple hundred that I have yet to do. And I'm not sure about...
Well, the good news for you is, let's see, the latest one we got is what, 100 years old? You know, there used to be 4 to 5 new models every year.
Yeah. Well, I'm still waiting for a couple that are crucial. I guess I'm going to have to go out and buy an anagram because Kinetic announced one about 10 years ago and it's still not here. I better get back on
My problem is I not only have time to do much, but I tended to go in different directions. 70-second, go white, maybe. Get all the microscale IL, 7B, all that. And then, well, you know, quarter-inch fighter, what they say. I had this crazy idea for because there was so many of the maybe color schemes. You know, drywall or something, essentially doing half rentals. See that? Ace. Oh, so yes, that's it. Yes. Here's my 10 A7s.
Yeah.
You know, one half over here, one half over there.
Also, I think Darren Roberts, you get on the forums online, you see Darren all over the place. He's done a couple of things where first off, he's done a couple hundred F-14 contests. It's nuts on content. But he's done a couple of basically presentation boxes and frames. You know, have one half of F-14, and then he'll have the outer tails of a whole bunch of different products.
Yeah, that's kind of the way to do it. Yeah,
that works for the F-14 because that's where all the color went.
Right.
So, you know, some of these others, there's color all over the place, but the tails are where it's happening.
And I'll put in a good word for your Willie foot.
Oh yeah. That's my next inquiry on Piper scale.
I know, I see that.
So here is the model section contest. We'll go through and show you more closely. Look at all these kits. And they're still coming in. So it's so cool. Now they give you a size. This thing is huge. It's 30 inches long, all wood.
That's right. Oh, good. I'm remembering. Tom Shira.
Yes?
So, you need to just tell me where you want
I don't. I'm trying to find these
Yeah, Mike TV's here.
No. Somebody didn't. Whoever filled out their sheet didn't put a category or something.
Oh, okay.
So
Some of them probably don't.
oh, so one of those is with your model. Fine scale is
I see that. Oh, okay. So they want to take pictures.
yeah. So they had you fill out some information to a picture.
That's what I thought at first.
This is pretty cool. They use the box as the base so you can see what it is. And they add water and one of these anime figures.
You started at that and I started at this end.
And those are pretty small scale kits, 1/700 scale.
Ladies and gentlemen, can I have your attention? We are looking for Ken Erickson. Ken Erickson, if you can come over to the registration tables so that we can clear up some paperwork. Ken Erickson, please see us at the registration table.
The 3-axis is light powered, roll, which is controlled by the ailerons, pitch, which is controlled by the elevators, and yaw, which is controlled by the rudder. Is where when you change one part of the axis,
It would make more sense.
it initiates a change in another part of the axis. So wanted to change the pitch, all right? You go to change the pitch and it would initiate a roll. That's called inertia.
You gotta pull it out later.
You're not supposed to do that.
We'll be kind of floating around judging. So I'll just keep an eye out for you. We just want to make sure.
I gotta go by raffle tickets,
stuff.
and I gotta find your band.
So yeah. If you want to display it, I'll move some figures down.
That's really interesting.
So let me do that for you.
That's my thing. I try to do something different. Is that you? Oh no, but that's a clever idea.
That's really cool. I'm not innovative enough to think of something.
Oh, I know. That's why I'm taking a picture of it. So
Look at that.
see, I've done models like that, but that's very clever.
I like that.
That's cool.
Wait, what are you looking for?
Very, very nice.
The old Rama's rod kit, love it.
Luckily on that,
Everybody, it's like when I get off work, you know, it's like something to look forward to.
This is me right here.
Oh, excellent. Excellent.
And that one back there.
Very good.
Thank you.
The thing I learned about the dragon's teeth recently is they had there's even, their teeth are sticking out of the ground, but there's an underground pattern. Like sorry. That was the most interesting.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know if I nailed it or anything, but I mean, you know, I just looked at some reference photos and stuff.
Yeah, you did well with the camouflage. Airbrushing did?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You as well?
No, mine's all hand painted, but
some guys can achieve incredible hand painting. You're probably one of them. I'm guessing.
I've had 2 airbrushes in my lifetime, and I never got around to using them because I didn't have the space for them, like to make noise, and the patience to deal with fresco.
And then this one here, that's mine too. I don't know why I did 3 dioramas. I mean, I had them all done. I should have probably just brought 1 or 2.
I've done 13 last year.
Well, show me.
There's Season of Purgatory. That's all. It's the 2 fingers are dragon fingers. When I scratch everything else is there.
See, Tim, I don't have that kind of innovation technique. I mean, I don't.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are beginning our first
think of something that cool.
at 10:30. And all that picked out the first prize
Like filming this portion. So then everything just spread out from there.
Is this guy?
Again, every 30 minutes from 10:30.
Oh, I do all my stuff on books, and also I just put it on the fact that it was the time I was really standing. I was the one that we just
Seeing they painted with
the chair is
You can see our friends at the registration desk, or you can go to the registration desk.
Look at that, you got the mark where it's set.
Yeah, that was my hobby store owner. He gave me that suggestion. I'm like, yeah, let's go. This is a parent trip. Yes.
I don't tin them all because it's the worst part. 50-minute drive.
Luckily with the paper stuff, all I gotta do is get up my IT.
Oh, yeah.
Fix it up.
So what are you working on the stuff right now?
They weren't very strong to start with.
No. Was that an original?
That one he's got the
see if I can fix that one.
And he promotes real car shows out there. He does a lot. He's 70 years old. The one was on 70 years old.
That's such a shame.
You know, he goes, I got so much I'm trying to, I'm trying to, sweep the floor. Like, yes, it's going to be sad. It's when, you're not going to have a show. Because those are the shows I used to do. I've done a show almost 3 years.
Buying an aftermarket.
Oh yeah, on this? Yeah. Oh my god.
And actually, you added onto a 5-ton truck box.
Actually, in Kuwait, they actually started to build it.
I saw somebody video. I saw somebody video the Monogram.
So you can go the kid. The kid, remember? I'll find out. Yeah. You gotta help my friend.
Let's finish this one. Oh no. All right, we'll mark that as judge. Wheels like these.
Yeah, it's a long machine. I mean, I do others, but I gotta keep it.
I think you let to set it low and easy. I think that's what this picture was. Just a ding on that, but I know that the page is really nice and straight. His edges are nice and straight. Yes, they are. It takes me back to okay, and I see some shade.
Carry the light. I didn't even think of bringing
I've heard that because he used to get a few more. I need to get started. So my thing with teams is everybody gets a piece of so everything is going to be different. So we always do that at least. So I wrote down these two.
So what do you think? Do you have a favorite? Oh my gosh, even more is coming in. Look at this. Yours?
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
Wow. Is this you? Yeah.
Are you one of the judges? All I'm going to say is you're kidding.
Are you, so first question of mine is unrelated. Are you retired?
Oh, and here's the planes.
Right. I get stuff that went like really? But you never know what they're going to do. Stuff, a lot of the stuff that I did. So, take the win. I wasn't even going to bring it. I'm like, I wasn't even going to bring it. I just threw it in. I'm like,
Again, some of this working.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, 10 minutes to the first battle. So please come up and see us and buy your tickets. And as you come up, and you're facing our raffle table, to the left against the back wall, there is a little green covered area that has freebies. So please feel free to take a look. There's some models, some catalogs, etc. And they go to the first person that wants to pick them up. Again, that freebie table is to the left of the raffle table against the wall. I'll get out of the way of you. No, you're good.
There you go, there you got it. Thanks for coming in to a Toy Car Case event at Johnny Roman Supper Club. This is the model contest. They're still bringing in more kits. And thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. There are so many cool kits here. This is one of my favorites. Anyways, we will see you on the flip-flop on that orange blacktop. Till next time, my babies. Rock on. Rock on. I know you're a toy car case guy out there. It is 3:16 on Old Johnny Clark. Let's see what pulled into our parking lot. Hit that subscribe button and you won't miss out. Don't you wish you had that? This is the place to be!